build another bridge. I got logs to sell. Anyway, remember when I said, but that doesn't mean that you need to emote every 3 seconds. Use your words. Well, be careful what you wish for.
Give me a turret, bigger punch, kapow, hiring fishermen, grabbing helpers.
I'm sorry I said your emoting was annoying. Please go back. Yeah, so after lumber, air meat, and mysterious orbs, the 4th biggest export in the whiteout survivalverse is fish, which, as we've established, there are plenty of in the sea.
I slice it up, toss it into the icy ocean, and boom, instant all-you-can-eat seafood buffet.
And if you're not into fish, even if the fish are into you can apply the same technique to various other kinds of hunting. I remove the bridge, watch them drive into the icy river, and boom, all-you-can-eat human buffet. It really is that easy.
More fish, more customers, but hey, you think you can run a fish empire at the end of the world? Prove it.
I'm in the fish empire business.
How did we go from gathering wood and starting fires to running a fish empire at the end of the world? Don't be so dramatic, dude. You run a fish.
This thing is on. This is part 2. Give me diamonds. I need energy. Okay, so we need osmotic compressor. Go. Need to do the quest. Diamond heart. So we need a lot of kind of gold. Take 7. Draconic calls. Six. We need the multi-block. Why? It took 1 power. What for? Sorry, Gladstone, glowstone, sand, glowstone, redstone, silicon, this. So with the draconic core, we can make more of these. We need 1 draconium. And then we're core actually. Core. Gaze of infinity. Plastic. Manual. And we'll copy this processor. Purple matter. Steel casing. And I will get rid of that at top. Now I just fucking messed it up. And you didn't the pearl. Wait, 12 spinal collectors. Oh, we 114 of point obsidian. We wanted any interface. Okay, we want more CPUs and one because it takes so long. 2 minutes, actually 2 minutes. We're gonna make two. We're gonna make 4 CPUs. Okay.
Chez nous, avec les plus smartphones.
Avec la nouvelle...
Okay. Instead of 4 minutes, make it 5. Okay, it's taking a little while because that's it. I'm going to make a couple extra CPUs. Okay. What is storage doing? Whoa. It's taking so long. It's supposed to be 22 seconds, not 3 years.
Vous êtes prêts à me suivre pour...
You vs. Homer is my favorite game on Roblox, but the problem is there are thousands of people literally training to become esports champions in You vs. Homer. And I don't know what this is. People are getting way too good at this game, so I have to become the best at another game before everyone else can. Murder! Look, there's Durr. Durr has turned evil, and he is hungry. Like I said, this is still my favorite game, and I'm gonna be practicing all these mechanics. But I'm playing Murder until I'm good at this. I could have sworn I had more limbs. This game is new. I'm a solo developer, which means bugs do exist. I'm sending you death threats if I run into one glitch. Alright, so in this game, you have the option to have two abilities. You can have the adrenaline ability or the cloner ability. Oh, Dur has spawned. He eats you limb by limb. Send the clone out. Go ahead, clone. Go, go, go. Oh, he's eating my clone. He's eating my clone. Like, he's getting distracted by my clone. I only have one clone per match. Did he realize it's... Why did he stop eating it? Does he taste bad? Do you not like me? Hey, Dur. Oh, my God. Oh, no, 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 no. Hide, 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 hide. Go away, clone. Dude, this game's really hard because every time Dur kills someone, he gains another 10 seconds. Oh, shit, he can see through the garage? What kind of garage is that? Oh, where do I hide? Where do I hide? Dude, everybody's here. All right, I'm hiding with you guys. Oh, no! Oh, my God! What do we do? Ah! What do I do? He just said... Move! Move! Oh, my God, I'm almost dead. Oh, my God, how do I get out of here? Okay, down here, down here, down here. Dude, my stupid clone, please do something. Oh, dude, I see people's blood and body parts falling through. Dude, I should be able to tell my clone, go over there. Ooh, he did. Dude, there's still 2 minutes left. This is impossible.
Hi guys. I'm still fucking waiting for combination passes. Yes, it's counting 10. It's just... Oh, it's gonna take 3 seconds. 3 seconds of waiting for telling you. So, I hate the version that it was using. I hate the normal 8.2, so I decided to upgrade to 8.2 Unofficial Extended Light. It does not change anything, just makes it better and way less laggy, and also way better generator. Because it only went to 50%, which is like not a lot of power. Yes, I have like 4 multi-blocks. Actually 5 if you do not more duplicates. This, and with this we can make machine calls, which that means then we can make this. When you kill Gaia, so I want this, the everlasting guilty pool. We need the fabulous pool, which causes bite falls, which causes off glass, and we need to buy this thing. And whatever. Give me the cells that I made. We want copos. Crafting. We need to create a crafting unit. A comp processor, then 16 gigabytes. I'm already gonna use up to 2 times speed. You got a 4 jump armor. Alright, I want bodies. We need jelly floors. I'm gonna go pee and watch shit go up. This is way better. Like, no, really, this is way better. Like, look at the speed. Look at this.
We have now
One. We have a million murder buckets. Goes in there. Look how nice this is. Give me 39. Stop. Dude, it's on internet and games. Did I kill something? We need a bit more information. You're not eating them. I want to say it's 40. Let's join them. Music stuff. So my very also we need to have that box. One? Upgrade this, upgrade that. The freaking map, how far is the freaking map? Yeah, that's why you have to get it to 82. 이상하게 내가 무거운 perfect. We need to make intelligence every generation. We are pink. This thing passing. Fine. What? It's just something going. That's your noun distance. Which I'm gonna pass. No, I actually think I'm hard to. You got the outsources generator with the end of June. No. It's like we need to do some tinkering, huh? I thought Yeah, they take a while. Oh, go like so. So yes, I have. This is my 15th podcast. We have Portal, Telesteel, and Content, and now I'm gonna Portal. Is bookshelf. It's not using XP levels. There's too many along the canal. It takes 1 minute. Oh, lag.
Flight is one of the first goals most people set out for in All in One's 10. There are countless different flight options, so it can be hard to choose which option is worth going for. I rank every single flight option and put it into a tier list based on the following 3 criteria: the usability of it, how early you can get it, and a bonus category of how fun and unique it is. There's even a flight option that you can get within literally a minute, albeit slightly limited. Don't believe me? Well, stick around to the end of the video and I'll do a speedrun to prove it. We're going to go from A to Z of the mod name just to keep this fair, and I'll compile the full tier list at the end. A lot of mods seem to add like an Elytra compatibility to their armor, or an Elytra upgrade, which is great, but since most of them rely on the Elytra anyway, I thought I wouldn't include it and I'd kind of just group them all together under an Elytra flight. In no way is this a diss to any of your favourite mods, it's just in terms of progression, where would I rank it if it was my only option of flight? So the first item we've got on this list is the Quantum Armor from Advanced AE. Oh my god, this is the coolest armor in the game. Look at it, it's got blades for hands. This armor looks so incredible. We're not here for the armor, we're here for the flight. And so how does it hold up? Well, the recipe for the chest plate, which is what you need for flying, is incredibly difficult to craft. The unobtainium chest plate is just required for this craft, which is already late game. Let alone you need the flight card itself, which requires again this quantum alloy, which is nether stars, netherite, and an elytra already. So in terms of early game, this one has tanked it. But something you might not be aware of is the usability of this armor is actually quite cool. You first open the armor and select the chest plate and whack the flight card in. From here you can either toggle it on or off, and you have a setting to control the speed of your vertical velocity. Number 1 is just regular creative flight, but number 10, well, that's when things get funky. You can see that you can fly incredibly quickly vertically. Unfortunately, this doesn't hold up horizontally, which is a little bit irritating, but the fact that you can go so high so quick is pretty crazy. Secondly, you can also get this flight drift card, and that's applied to your boots. The interesting part with that is it stops all of your momentum when flying. I'll give you a quick demo of that. So if I stop flying and then I suddenly stop, it will now As you can see, it kind of jolts. It removes all of that momentum that you get. It's quite hard to get used to, but when it comes to actually building, it can be really useful. The problem is I'm so used to creative flight that this just feels so odd. All in all, the advanced AE quantum armor gets a D tier. It's such an incredible armor. It's just not feasible for the early, mid, or even like early late game. But if you're at that late game stage, the bonus vertical flight speed and the flight drift options make this a pretty unique option. Next on the list is Apotheosis. Apotheosis adds two different ways of getting creative flight. The first way, and the most important way that everyone in their Let's Plays always shows you, is the Potion of Flying. Now I've got the incredibly extended version here, the one that lasts 30 minutes. The recipe is actually surprisingly cheap. To make the 30-minute one, you need the 15-minute one with a bit of redstone. To make the 15, you need the 8-minute one. And to make the basic 8-minute potion, what you need is a potion of levitation and a popped chorus fruit. Now, hold on. I know what you're thinking. Popped chorus fruit, that takes this out of the early. If you've watched my previous video on the early game time wand, you know that we can get chorus fruit actually pretty easy before we've even been to the end. So the other materials you need is obviously this potion of levitation. That's just a slow falling potion with a fermented spirite, and that comes from phantom membrane. So a pretty involved recipe, but for creative flight, I think it's definitely worth it. In tandem, you can also use the infusion pylon, which tends to be everyone's most favorite way of flying. The infusion pylon allows you to have potion effects anywhere in the world. All you need to do is craft the pylon, which is pretty simple, then a potion filter requiring cactus dye, glass, emerald, and cyan terracotta. You then need an hour of the potion that you want. So in this case, we only need 2 of those potions, but we'll have the third because sometimes there's a little bit of a glitch where you'll lose a second. The recommended way of doing this is by having the potion filter in your left hand and having the potion of flying in your right hand. You hold right click and then just keep it down, and you'll see it absorbs that flying straight into the potion filter. So right now we've already got half of the hour needed, so we'll add the other one in as well. And that time it worked perfectly. Considering that a brewing stand can have 3 of the potions anyway, I definitely recommend brewing this last one just in case this doesn't work on the second potion. And then all I need to do is put it into my infusion pylon, and I have creative flight. And also apparently I have no head. Fantastic. Anyway, there we go. Now we've got creative flight. And this is just the regular creative flight, so no additional usability. It's just creative flight. It's not particularly unique. It's got no added benefits. But because it's so early game, I have to put this nest here. Everyone uses it. It's the most used way of flying. Apotheosis also has another flight option, as if one wasn't enough. You get different tiers of loot occasionally from mob drops, going all the way from uncommon to common, to rare, epic, and then mythic. And you'll get these depending on your world tier. And you can find that out by pressing Ctrl and T, and you can do the following steps to level up your world tier. Pressing on the detailed info shows you the current tier, and you can see the drop chances of these different items. So right now I'm at the max, and most of the drops will be in that epic, and some will be in that mythic range. As far as I can see, the epic versions tend to have elytra flight on them, and the mythic ones can even have an upgraded version of that where you get creative flight. So if you've got a mob farm and you've been binning off those armor drops, I'd recommend you check again, because I think some of the chest plates you have might actually give you creative flight. You can also get this by using the reforging table from Apotheosis, but I think that's a little bit too much for this video. That specific method I'm going to have to put in C tier. Plus when you've got the creative flight from a potion, you might as well just do that one instead. It's the same mod. Without further ado, the next mod is Ars Nouveau. And again, it seems to be a theme. There's 2 types of flight you can get. One is the creative flight, and the other one is a bit more of a unique one. And a little bit of a spoiler, one of these is S tier. I'll start with the unique one first. This is the Glyph of Leap. And to make it, you'll see the recipe requires Wilden Wings and the Air Essence. Air Essence requires really simple stuff, a feather, arrow, and Wilden Wing, and it doesn't use them up in this recipe. But you might be thinking, how do we get the Wilden Wings? You can find them in Wilden Dens, or the more likely way of finding them is by using the Tablet of Summon Wilden. This tablet has 2 recipes. The first one is probably what you'll end up using to craft this, but once you've summoned a few Wilden, you'll have the drops to then summon more. Or if you have a Drigme farm, like I showed in the tips and tricks video, you'd only need to do this once. The way you do this is by making a ritual brazier, placing it down, right-clicking with the Tablet of Summon Wilden, and then right-click with an empty hand to activate it. This will then summon in all the mobs that are related to the Wildens. So this one here is the one we're after, the Wilden Stalker. By killing this, it will drop its Wilden Wing. You'll also get other types of Wilden here, so here's a Defender. None of the Wilden mobs are particularly tricky to fight. This one here, the Wilden Hunter, will summon in extra hunting wolf things, and that can be a little bit tricky. The Wilden Stalkers, they're really simple. Again, I'm using a creative sword, so don't ignore what I'm doing now. But since we do get all of these different drops, creating another tablet of Wilden from these unused drops can also be really valuable. From here, craft a scribe's table, right-click it with the book, and type in the leap spell. Once you've selected it, press select, and throw the corresponding items in. So in this case, it was the 3 Wilden Wings and the Air Essence. It will then write up this Glyph of Leap. Once you've collected it, right-click it, and you will have unlocked Leap in your spellbook. So go back into your spellbook and craft this new spell. And it's just a really simple one. It's just self Leap, and you can give it a name, press create. So when you've got the book in your hand, you'll see in the bottom left you've got your mana bar, and you can just right click Leap like this, and it will use quite a substantial bit of mana, so do be warned. You can upgrade your mana with either some of the enchantments or some of the Ars Nouveau armor. In this case, you can see I've given myself some of the sorcerer's armor, and it's decreased the mana usage by a considerable amount. Towards the end game, you'll probably have enough mana so that this won't actually matter much, but in the early game it will. And the Leap spell is not exactly creative flight, but if you want to fly around like this, it's pretty reasonable. One thing to note is that you will still take fall damage. The way you can counteract it is by doing the most unintuitive thing I've ever seen. So if you're used to a life of flying, this is probably going to be a bit strange, but you can literally break your fall by using Leap anywhere. So you can even do it facing straight down. So for example, like that. Obviously the more optimal way is probably just pointing slightly not towards down. For example, just simply doing this. But there's going to be some other methods that I show. There you go, you got down without taking any damage. But there will be some other methods that I show that have their own sort of preventing fall damage, such as Mechanism or Aurotech. Now, I would actually put this in the A tier. It's not exactly S tier because you can still run out of mana and it's not full creative flight, but the main reason it's in A tier is because you can get it so early game. You can get it before you've even gone to the Nether, and if I'm honest, I always want this before I go to the Nether. I've completed a lot of the All the Mods packs, and this has always been my go-to early game flight option. And the one that you're probably waiting for is the one that I talked about, which was the S tier one. The Tablet of Flight has a really simple recipe. There's actually two. One that involves a feather and one that involves an ender pearl and a few more Wilden Wings. And the main cost for this one will actually be at the expense of Source. So again, similar to last time, all you need to do is right-click with the Tablet of Flight and right-click with an empty hand, and that will activate the Tablet of Flight. You also need to give this Source. So I'm going to put a full Source jar to the side of it. And once you jump, you will be given light, and you get it for a minute, and it will always top up from this source jar. Now, I left this running for 5 minutes, and it only took up 22% of this jar, meaning that you don't really need a great source farm to keep this running. But if you're looking for an early game source farm, there's one that I recommend using Snad. I showed it off in my tips and tricks video, so if you want to have a look, it's in there. But that will be more than enough to top up the flight. So I would say that the Tablet of Flight gets an S tier rating. It's very low requirements, it gives you full creative flight in a pretty decent range. The drawback is it's range, but if you need this for your base or around, it's not that big of a deal. Incredibly weird one up next. This flight method requires honey bottles, and you've probably never heard of it before. We're going to go to the Bumble Zone, so before we go, make sure you pack some honey bottles. Other food options are available as well, such as bee bread or even royal jelly. But you need to make your way over to the Bumble Zone.
Good. 5 fucking
Walking around the Bumble Zone, you'll occasionally find these are behemoths, and they're huge. In fact, these ones do spawn in, but they tend to spawn more naturally around some structure. You should what you find in there. These guys are pretty cool. You just need to go up to them and ride a honey bottle until they become friends with you. And you can see here we've got a friendship.
Fabulous mana
Right-click
pool.
on the saddle and then ride the behemoth. And we are now riding this behemoth. He is incredibly slow. The more honey bottles that we give them, the faster they actually get. You also gain friendship by riding them as well, so you can just sit in the back of them. Right-clicking them with a honey bottle will increase their friendship a lot. The more honey you feed them, the quicker they go. So you can see here we've got up to about, 150. Let's see how fast this guy is now. So yeah, that's a lot faster than we were before, and you can get that up to 1,000. Now, if you let him be, unintended, he will lose his friendship over time. But you can regain it back pretty quickly by just right-click him again with a honey bottle. There, it got down to 153. That's fine, we're just right-clicking him again. You can also bring it over to the overworld, and there's two methods of doing that. One is by using some sort of mob imprisonment tool. So for example, we've got the creature catcher from Just Dire Things. You can capture him, bring him over to the overworld, and then drop him off. Or you can dig up to the top of your world or the bottom of your world and just walk out. So I've built a hole all the way down to y=0, and once we get to the bottom, we will go back to the overworld with our newfound friend, the bee. Now you might be wondering what happens when we get to Friendship 1000. Well, as soon as you get to Friendship 1000, it will turn into a queen bee behemoth. I'm referring to it as a he. It's a queen, and this queen is at the highest speed going, and by the looks of it, I don't think it lowers its friendship level. So you can just keep riding this forever. And it's actually quite fast. I mean, you can get some good distance. I did tell you there'd be some fun and unique ones in here. It's similar to a horse in Minecraft. You can just grab your behemoth with a lead and pop it down on a fence, and it will stay there. It feels a bit unethical, but when you think about it, we're doing this with horses anyway. Like, is this okay? Please don't hate me for this, but I'm going to have to put it in the B tier. Pun slightly intended. I really do think in early game, this this is actually quite a viable option. The bumble zone can be accessed really quickly by just getting a piston and a lever, and the flight itself is not too bad over a long distance. So where it lacks in the usability department, it definitely adds up in the fun and unique factor. Next up, we've got a quick one. It's Ender.io. It's a bit of a tricky one because there aren't actually any flight options in Ender.io right now. There is this Staff of Levity right here, but it's not seeming to work on my version. But the intended use of it is that you shift right click and then you'll get like a potion of levitation. For some reason that's just not working today. I'm not entirely sure why. It was working a couple of days ago and I'm doing the exact same thing, so I don't know what I've done. The recipe requires 2 infinity rods, which don't seem too difficult to make, and this crystal, which is a vibrant crystal, and a shulker soul vial. So you'll need to have got a shulker at this point. I know I keep referencing it, but the tips and tricks video has a way of getting shulkers before you even touch the end. So this is not too difficult to get. But in terms of flight, it's literally just levitation. I don't really want to class this as flight, so I think that's going to have to be a D tier. Next up, we've got the Staff of Travelling. Again, it's not really flight, but if we've got Leap and the Blaze Jet Wand, I guess I kind of have to include this, because it has the exact same mechanic, where if you shift right-click in the air, you do a teleportation in that direction. So it's not really flight, it's more like blinking. The recipe requires Dark Steel and then an Ender Crystal, which is made by getting a Soul Vial filled with an Enderman. Not tricky at all, and you'll be getting this in the mid-game. This staff is really useful if you've got things like travel anchors, but I'm not really going to show that off because it's not flight. I'm having a tough time kind of putting this anywhere, so I think I'll have to put it in C tier because it's really not flight, but definitely worth a mention despite the fact that it's not really flying. So that's Ender.io. Nothing much can really be said about those two options, unfortunately. Stick into the weird, unique ways of flying. The next one we have is the Evil Craft Broom. It's a bit of a strange one because really this is kind of like a Tinker's tool where you can swap out different parts and upgrade them with modifiers. So I'll show you how to make the basic ones, but if you're interested in this method of transport, I would recommend that you have a look at the wiki to find the optimal setup for a broom. Now, if you've been dungeon crawling, you might have come across some of the chests containing brooms. This is one alternative way to get it, and they tend to have random attributes associated with them. You don't technically have to even have started Evilcraft to get these as a drop. Sometimes these can give you a head start at some of the materials that you haven't yet found. Now, I'm going to show you how to make the basic version of the broom and what you can do to upgrade it. If you search on JEI for broom, you're only going to find this version and there's no recipe available. If you type in JEI, bear rod, and this will have all 3 of the recipes. To make a broom, you need to have the rod,
There's an
cap,
obstacle
and the
and 2
So
processes.
for now, we'll just craft the basic versions of each. There's a material list online. You can see it's already prompting us in JEI of the different types we can actually make. So for example, I can make an emerald gem cap, and this provides more maneuverability and a couple of modifiers on top of my broom. One really nice one is this purpur, and you can see here it gives us 5 modifiers. And you can kind of mix and match these different versions, but by combining all 3 of these together, you will get a broom. You can hold shift and see more information about the broom you've just crafted, and if you're not happy with one of the parts, you can just swap it out by putting it next to a new one in the crafting table. One of the easiest ways to fill up the broom is by having a dark tank from Evilcraft, fill it with blood and right click it, and that will fill up the broom. From here, you just hold it in your hand, right click, and you will now be riding this broom. It's not creative flight, but it moves based on your mouse movement, and hold W to move. It's probably easier to do in third person. And you might be thinking, this is kind of slow. I don't know why I showed this as a possible method. This is where modifiers come in. Again, really similar to Tinker's, you can
Okay, I
now
think I put
craft
in
your
now.
broom with some modifiers. So for here, I have some redstone, which will actually increase the speed. You check the difference out here, you can see speed 0, and this is now speed 72 by using one of my modifiers. The best ones that I'd advise you check out is the redstone, which will do the speed, the coal, which will do the acceleration, and glowstone will increase the maneuverability. I've got a broom here where I added 3 modifiers, 1 speed, 1 acceleration, and 1 maneuverability, and you can see this is so much faster and can move around significantly
Almost
easier.
10.
I can go up, I can go down, and it
Look at the
accelerates
gym,
at
look at
great
that.
speed. So don't be fooled, despite the fact that it's not creative flight, it is again really useful and really accessible early game. Plus it fills that niche of being unique and fun. So I'm going to have to put the Evilcraft broom in A tier.
Hey.
Now next on the list is the Ice and Fire Dragons. Now pre-warning, this is not worth it. To get access to the dragons in... Next on this...
Avec la nouvelle catégorie électronique Vinted, revendez encore et toujours sans frais. Redonnez une seconde vie à vos appareils électroniques. Vous ne l'utilisez pas.
We've got immersive engineering. Quite a simple one. It's just a collapsible glider. Really simple recipe. Again, it's aluminium rods. That's the correct way of saying it. Leather chest plate and then tough fabric. This is made by the industrial hemp fiber. You get the industrial hemp seeds from just breaking short grass, and then you can grow it into industrial hemp. The glider is really simple. It is just similar to Elytra flying. You right click it and you're wearing it on your back. But when you fly, it's just the exact same as Elytra's. The only main difference is that there is a speed limit. You'll see if you start going a little bit too quickly, you'll see there, the speed is too fast and will damage the glider. So you'll see there's some durability loss on the glider there. It's not a complete replacement for the Elytra, but for early game it is massive. Usability is alright, it's not exactly creative flight. It's not particularly unique, but it's very early game. For that reason, it's going to go in the B tier. Next up, we have Iron Spells. There are quite a few teleportation spells, but the main thing to show off is the Angel Wings spell. Again, it's the exact same as Elytra flying, and all you'll need for this is the Spell Forge and the inscription table, and a spell book. I'm going to use the Blaze instruction manual, but there's 10 other spell books available. It doesn't particularly matter. What you'll need to craft this is some legendary ink. Now, legendary ink can be found from two sources. Most of the Iron Spells mods can actually drop different tiers of the ink, and inside this cauldron you can put a lesser tier ink. For example, here's the epic ink, and add an amethyst to it to make a small portion of legendary ink. On top of that, in your mod bomb, you'll probably have a ton of these scrolls, and if you have a legendary one, you can just get it in with 50% chance of getting 250 millibucks of legendary ink. Then, however you've got the ink in the first place in this cauldron, you can just then use a glass bottle, and you'll receive legendary ink back. And the spell we're going for is a holy spell, so that requires this divine pearl, amethyst, and gold. And if you pop your legendary ink with paper and a divine pearl, you can craft the angel wings. You can also craft this with the epic rarity. The main reason I've suggested legendary is because it's a 2-minute effect with a 2-minute cooldown. So by the time you finish using the spell, you can then use it again, which kind of equates to infinite flight. And then you just apply it to the spell that you want by going to the inscription table, popping your book in there, popping the spell in there, and adding it. Take your book, and then you can equip it by just right-clicking and adding it to the curio slot. Another thing to note is it does require 120 mana for the cost of this, which isn't a lot. I've added a priest helmet to me, and that has already covered almost double that. And then once you're ready and you've got enough mana, just press the V key. I will note that I think it clashes with a few different things, so you might have to reset this keybind. But once you pressed it, you'll now have the angel wings, you can fly up to a different surface, and if you just fly like an elytra, you'll see it just works. Do note that it's still an elytra, so if you hit your head, you will still take damage. It's not particularly cheap, it's just as usable as an elytra. You can still get it pretty early game. Ink is not hard to come by, and the divine pearl is really cheap. So as long as you've got some armor that gives you some mana, you should be fine. Honestly, I think this is A tier. Next up, we have iron jetpacks. A bit of a staple of mod Minecraft. There are tons of options, and you use the previous option to make the next tier up, meaning that you start with a really simple weapon and can then work your way all the way up to the unobtainium jetpack. Now, honestly, I don't really know what to give this because it can easily be one of the first ones you can craft. And since it's upgradable, it kind of stays with you for a long period of time. So you'll see, as an example, here's how you craft the wood. When you 44 iron, 32 redstone, and this is usually the base material, so in this case it's wood, so it's 28. However, if I wanted to craft the stone one, it would require the previous one, and again, 44 iron, 32 redstone, and then 28 of the same material. When you get to the late game, the iron's not necessarily needed. As you can see, you then start crafting these advanced coils. And I'm going to be honest, I was tempted to put this in A tier, but I realised we're playing all the mods, so this means that it can combine with other mods. But normally, with these bad jetpacks, for example, the wood one, it only holds 20,000 FE. Do you want to see how long 20k FE really lasts? There we go, we're already on 19k, we're on 18k, we're on 17k. As you can see, we've made pretty hefty dent in it. However, I think we can pull this into the S tier because of some of the interactions it has with other mods. But with the help of Flux Networks, I'm going to be honest, it is a little bit expensive. For example, the controller does require these flux cores, which requires obsidian and iron vendors. But you can plug a flux plug into your energy providers, have a basic storage here, and your controller, and you can go into the controller, click on wireless charging, and set up your armor, your curio slots, and enable it. And what you'll find, if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, I will then start charging and set it. Ah, there we go. Right, okay. Took a bit of time, but it's now updated. And now what that enables me to do is fly infinitely so long as my energy production doesn't run out. You can also use the player transmitter from power. The recipe is nowhere near as expensive as the Flux Networks one, and that will also do the same job. You can also use a binding card, which makes this work cross-dimensionally the same as the Flux Networks. So that's where I'm a little bit confused. I'm going to put it in S tier because of the interactions with other mods. These jetpacks also have a sprint modifier, a hover mode, that allows you to go pretty quickly. So for example, I've got the unobtainium jetpack here. If I enable the engine and start flying, you'll see I go super, super quick. I can cover large distances really quickly. And also, using the hover mode, you're able to hover mid-air as if you've got creative flight. For example, if I'm this high now and I don't want to necessarily go down, I can press H. Well, of course, my keybind is different, but yet you'll see there, I've now got basically creative flight. Next up is Just Dire Things. It's a new mod to 1.21. It's got two options, one early game and one late game. The first option is the Blaze Jet Wand, not a particularly difficult craft. You get ferrocore from smelting up raw ferrocore, which is basically just putting an iron block next to some of the Just Dire Things goo. And you can use the basic tier one here, the Primogel goo. You can these definitely make the S tier. This is one of the earliest options you can get. You will have to get to the nether, but in terms of negating all fall damage from just one item, it's fantastic. The second option we have from Just Dire Things is the Flight Upgrade. This provides creative flight with phantom membranes, feathers, and end crystals.
All the texture is.
But it can only be applied to the Eclipse Alloy chestplate. The Eclipse Alloy comes from, you guessed it, netherite, which is very expensive. You also have to use Shadow Pulse Glue, so you're going to be having to go to the ancient cities anyway, so it's very late game. But all you need to do is go to the smithing table, put the upgrade on there, make sure it's powered, I've got the player transmitter working in the background, equip it, and then you have creative flight. This item is C tier. You can get this earlier than the mech and the quantum armor, but it is still late game, so consider that in your inventory. Up next, we've got Mechanism. Mechanism adds some of my favourite looking armor for this. Check this out, it's really techy. Even from the front, it's cool. The first thing I'll show is the Mechanism jetpack. It's not a particularly difficult craft. You need to get into steel and you need osmium, which means you have to have a diamond pickaxe to mine it. And it doesn't require energy, it actually requires hydrogen. The way you get hydrogen in the Mechanism mod is through the electrolytic separator. It requires you to go a little bit into the Mechanism mod, but it's not a particularly hard recipe. And all you do is give it power, whack down some sort of infinite supply of water, pop a pipe down, and then pipe the water into the separator. It will then produce oxygen and hydrogen. You can put our jetpack in there and it will suck up the hydrogen, and now it's going up. If the oxygen reaches the top, this whole process will stop. So what we need to do is make sure this is on dumping excess. So when it gets to the top, it won't stop, it will still produce hydrogen. And then the second part of this is the free runners. Again, not a very difficult recipe at all, but these ones require energy as normal. Free runners are cool because it allows you to get automatic step assist. It will also suck up any kind of fall damage you take, and it will take some energy out of these in order to process that. So it comes in really handy if you're using a jetpack. Now that we've got a little bit of hydrogen stored in our jetpack, we can now equip it, and we have the same flight as the jetpacks before. You're also able to change the mode with G, which means we've got now hover, so like the previous jetpacks I showed off, we can now hover. So the keybind is G, but it's also messing with my camera control, so now, as you can see, I'm now like tilted sideways. I can assure you this will not happen for you. This is just my weird setup that I've got. Mechanism's jetpack is definitely an A tier, especially when combined with the free runners. I'll also show off the mech suit from Mechanism. It is a super cool armor set which does allow you to get creative flight using the gravitational modulating unit. This is not a very easy craft, requiring an unobtainium block and 2 of the jetpack units, and a nether star, and some of these ultimate induction providers. This is a crazy recipe. Despite how cool this is, and you know, you probably will be using the mech suit, this has to be in D tier. There's no way way, this is going to be your first choice when it comes to creative flight. Next up, we've got Mystical Agriculture. Mystical Agriculture provides the flight orb for your Tier 5 armor, which
Croissant. Somebody just got themselves croissant. Hey, how's it going? I'm Jack and Dave from Tayaka.
Sir, not with the voice over. Perhaps you'd be interested in something every homeowner cannot be without insurance.
Go on.
According to my who's real with volcanoes.
You know, coming this way.
I don't ever know. Sir, not with the voice over. Perhaps you'd be interested in something every homeowner cannot be without insurance. So according to my who's real with volcanoes. All volcanoes coming this way. I don't ever know.
Fucking backwards now, so.
Crack. What the fuck? Hey, I stop not cranking, Brian. Yeah, this is exactly a good substitute.
They poke you on. That's
There's no way to find doing. Crack is not the way. There's not ready. You need to get to the heart of what you're doing. Need to break in the first place. Look, you're vulnerable. Stop what is right, good. Maybe this is what I check on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Baby. Get your you doing crack. What the fuck? Hey, I stop not cranking, Brian. Yeah, this is exactly a good substitute. Where'd you get crack from? Like that, there's no doing. Crack is not the way. There's not cranking. You need to get to the heart of what you do when need to break. In the first place, look here. Vulnerable. I wanted to see right in.
With the moonwalking.
This is what I check on. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just sit down.
Get your you doing crack. What the fuck? Hey, I stop not cranking, Brian. Yeah, this is exactly a good substitute. Where'd you get crack from? Like that, right behind Black's heart. Can't wait to it. There's no way to find it.
I have 3K Robux. Let's spend some.
How do I want to start this one? How about we start with one of these? Last video with a Discord bot I created that automatically bans members of not safe for work Roblox communities. The bot's been up for about a month now, and I'm very sorry to say that it has been a complete success. We are now in over 2,000 servers. We're tracking over 90,000 users, which comes out to about 180 million bans. That's probably way more than I was expecting. Roblox enjoyers have so far threatened to sue me. I've had people try to send pizzas to my house, including this order for an extra large pineapple pizza with no sauce and 25 cups of ranch. On the flip side, normal people have been celebrating this bot. Server owners have been showing off the hundreds of weirdos they ban, some of which are in as many as 17 flag servers. I have my own server where people can appeal, and every time one of these people joins, I can see that they've left all of their servers. So not only is the bot keeping weirdos away from kids, it's getting people to leave these servers completely and hopefully get their lives back on track. So last video I showed...
We spent like 3 bucks. the least dangerous weapon. Somebody else gonna try to take the server? Oh shit. Oh, I went blind. This guy. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot the dogs. Where is that? My upper range is broke. Screw you. Jen. Oh my god, it's a bajillion. What? Up here, man. What? What are you doing here? Where's the beginning title? No. I'm actually gonna move it all the way here. You fucking made it all. Me. Thank everyone. Thank you, everyone. No. This is a disaster. Like this. I get a free service. I own the server. Make a single spawn. Oh my god. What?
No, so much no.
No, I'm not. Why? Sonic. Ooh.
Implementation, intention, and strategy. You can use pair a new habit with a specific time and location. Implementation intention formula is I will behavior in time and location.
Ninja just forcing himself to read.
Reading like it hurts.
All that hooting and hollering on streams, but can't read.
What was in that girl's phone, dog?
This gotta be the most performative I have ever seen, bruh.
I remember this MF was reading them donations perfectly fine, though.
They frying Yoshi on TikTok, bro.
Where's your reading stylist? Bro, not even understanding what he's reading, LMFAO. It's like he's rushing to read, so he won't have to read anymore.
Bro is actually an L reader.
Show your work is his worst nightmare.
This dude finna record his next goon.
This dude really just went.
This dude holding a phone.
Ninja in a room.
This dude is breathing. When it's 3 a.m. and the 2 out of 10 fat shit hit me up, but I ain't had no cat in a minute.
Homie should probably think the same about you.
Call might be coming from inside the house.
Skill-based matchmaking.
Bruh, how you homeless in a house?
The bag on the ceiling is next level poverty.
My condolences to the mattress.
He is everything he is imagining.
You lucky to be getting anything if we being real.
Yeah.
Nah, he's gotta be trolling. He has every debuff possible. Cut, big AF in all the bad ways, nasty ass, no sock sandals, with big mud stomper feet out, sagging in 2026, room looking worse shape than a jail cell, and bro phone recording in 720p, no HD. He has to be trolling.
Do you believe in the moon landing?
Ain't gonna lie, I seen a little video of that shit. Who gave you a fuck?
I don't believe in the moon, so I feel you.
What?
You stupid. Bro got out tarded.
Bro realized there's levels to this shit.
Competitive retardation versus ranked retardation.
No, I don't.
Him not believing it makes me believe it even more.
We are low-cut, genuinely devolving as a human species.
Just a white dude with dreads.
Understandable that you not believe in the moon landing, but not believing in something that can be seen with your own eyes is quite concerning.
Because bread tastes better than tea.
Why do we call it history and not herstory? Do women not exist in the past?
That guy is history, bro.
Brother long gone.
Smoked it through his eyes.
Your bro doesn't even exist in the present.
Bro is genuinely deceased in that shit.
My boy is on a different dimension right now.
Bro is hearing colors.
He is high story.
Where'd you go to college?
I go to college, bro. I turned it down.
Oh.
Yeah, I turned it down just to do this, just to go out for the rap.
So you had an opportunity to do the big thing.
Scholarship and everything.
Right.
I think it was like in Jacksonville. Yeah, a big band in Jacksonville. It's a big college though.
I'm losing my block
And they
somewhere
offered me
because
like
they have like negative
15, some shit like 10 million or something like that. 5 million, something like that.
Are you serious, my brother? Just lying for absolutely no reason.
You can see where he bumped his head.
Bro thought a scholarship was a record deal.
This may be the worst lie ever told on social media.
The most unnecessary lie ever told.
You can see the idea pop in his head.
I got accepted into Harvard, and they were gonna pay me $25 million on a scholarship, but I turned it down to work at Chick-fil-A.
I am actually the dean of Big Band School in Jacksonville. This is true. We offered him
15, some shit like 10 million or something like that. 5 million, something like that.
but he turned it down.
It's true. We offered him 5, 10, 15 million.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but...
Who the f actually listens to Dax Bro?
Not a drop of melanin in that crowd.
Nobody said.
Strikes 12.
Burger Town.
I got brutally beat up in school for watching this.
This song made me shit my pants.
Dax, I'm sorry, but pack it up.
I blasted this in public.
And got molested. First fight tomorrow. Any tips? I'm 5 foot 85 pounds.
Did you get hacked?
He's 6'3", 230 pounds.
Try to breathe when it goes in.
Any tips? Yeah. His, bro.
Ask him to go slow.
R1 plus triangle, bro.
Stop, drop, and roll gang.
Don't clench.
Just avoid using teeth, bro.
Bring a loop with you, bro.
Spam square gang.
Just let it happen.
Tell me about a word you say that others claim you pronounce funny.
Whenever I say the word anime, people always have to chime in with their helpful corrections because it's pronounced as anime. Spoiler alert, no it's not. Anime is a Japanese word that is a shortened version of the word animation.
At first I thought you were trying to say Omni-Man. I was about to go with the comic and put in a gift like Omni and be like, no, that's how you say it, 'cause it's Omni-Man. No, you're trying to say anime. What the fuck? I swear, I thought you were...
Hardest watch ever.
Chud on chud violence.
A match made in heaven.
This is epically off topic, but I got a server. Roblox is giving you a heart attack for free. I got free server LPI no virus 2018. List of codes. Not TXT. When? Why? And Ben. How to install TXT? Show all. It's not my fault. Okay, give me checkpoint. Checkpoint. Yes. Okay, first off, wait a minute. Ben. Oh, please wait. I'm currently getting tools. Yeah. Give me all the Apions. I don't care. You mean the one funny gun? I didn't make a way. Let me open the top. You die. Cone. First off, don't touch the checkpoint that I put. Bonk. Give me some, yes, give me this, these. Give me some free Robux. Roblox, no, I thought it said Roblox unemployed. Fuck! Roblox unemployed. Click settings. Okay, click the settings thing, and then there's something called rig type. You can turn it into R15. Come touch this green goo. Touch this thingy. You're falling that way. Minecraft, stop. That's not my fault. It's the fucking Roblox physics. What? Bye, I actually died. Alright, let me commit some cheating by combining. Fuck! I got stuck inside of the machine. Go and touch the checkpoint now! I don't care if you have K, just move with your W key. Can we do something? I have a great pen. Oh, it's updated. Cone, someone joined. Let me try to actually move you. Yes. Okay. Cone, I'm gonna review the checkpoint aisle edition. Please wait. Let's go. Cone, you seeing this shit? We're just what now? Oops. Okay, walks. I'll drop a junior double triple whop a flavor text. Cone, I hope you're not alarmed, but someone got in and you did nothing. He even said that he used scripts. Yes, he did nothing. Die.
Bloodshed.
Ho, 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 ho.
And I say close. Cole, you finished eating chips? Cole, are you still eating chips after 2 years? What the? Well, if the server is dead, I don't know what to fucking build.
Avec Liberlo.
The great.
That be funny. Also called fucking Nadinico's place numbers underscore 1. Code? Okay, can we go to a server? Can we go to Fini Pencil 6 color shock? Server I fucking own? No? Code, look at the entire name. It's called but revived also Fini Pencil 6 color shock. I'm going to see more. I got cash. Never mind. I don't know what he means by, let me join the server. Oh, are they talking about the fucking, is he talking about the fucking server? He's talking about server? What?
TikTok or Bob? TikTok or Bob?
Тектоник.
With a full play, so perhaps your body in the tested. So perhaps you're interested. Animals, okay? Party fun. Chicken. Yo, use this door. I thought you said something else was doing. Oh my god. This guy is so fucking funny, dude. Leprechaun over the wall. Pinad? Blacklist. Thumbs up. This is something from the fucking TXT. So perhaps you be interested in something that every owner, now shot. Now's the chance to be a big shot. You big shot. Now's the chance to be a big shot. Big shot. Now's the chance to be a big shot. You big. Oh wait, let me just is that something called custom chat? I'm very good at spelling. Custom chat UI. What if I follow it? So play chatted. Started your what? There's a logo script that just prints hello. Yeah, just using upgrade storage. One script. You have filters? Wait. No fucking. Let me check the code. Probably because this thing is has no filter. You can just swear a bajillion times and then get the game banned for 2 Robux. Easy custom. Green black. Do you have any? Enum. I don't care. I don't care. This thing is different. This thing is entirely different. They failed to recreate anything. Yeah, it looks like a fucking thing for Fortnite. Like something for Fortnite instead of fucking Roblox. We have. Wait! You just sent a message. Game that started GUI set core enum.coregui.chat. False. Just delete chats. Bob. I'll play with team test. There's something that tries to filter it, but yeah. Yeah, because idiots are not gonna make new animations. No swear. Band fight. Caramba. Cola. Bob. How did I fucking model something? The data blockers. if he's not focused on like. No. It's just line of code. Spam done. And low sucking for the place. This is one spam. How many bands can you spawn in 2 seconds? Stussy. P. wait, Cole, you forgot the drum door. Never mind. I'm dumb. Oh. Cole, are you hearing the noise? Cone? Cone, I did some editing in the chat. Do you want it so that every player can have chat, or do you just think free band simulator? Cone, I made chat but better. Well, if I still find a free model, I mean it's slightly better.